Hello guys, welcome to a new game called The Letter. Um, I'm taking some time off of Blood Rain because it's kind of a little bit hard for me. So I'm thinking of doing new games other than just focusing on Blood Rain. But, new letter, new game, new letter. um, yeah, let's get into it. It scared me a little bit. Wasn't expecting it. And this is a horror game. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxembourg, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished in the hands of a great plague. Huh. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. Ermengarde. Dot dot dot. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited, and that it was, and that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, and cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsays of a mystery woman roaming the hallowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its its walls were simply never heard from again. Af Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once grey house, its legend, and its curse still falls upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Reality Corporation place the property back on the sale. Like the Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. The curse. Isabel.
Hello? Isabella? Are you—
From a jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here.
Okay.
This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Who was that?
I look up from my phone to see Becca, giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started? You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about? Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living. What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all. I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks. Stop eating junk! They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Hey! I eat other things too.
Oh, instead she only raises an eyebrow at
That's
me.
not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago? Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. In any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
But they're at least different. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. but once she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do?
She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly, if I'm looking for exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't. I already told you before. You're always free to reheat food in my fridge.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer, ever. It has nothing to do with my pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca, taking a quick glance at something behind me, probably the clock hanging above the notice board, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history textbook. She's probably working out her lesson plan for next week, or trying at least. Her eyes are distant, and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. This is precisely why I followed her here in the first place. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying for other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
Totally. She has a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed her. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. I was about to say only get high, but okay, that works too. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reached inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at me wearily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I am not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts her gaze at... Okay.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay.
Lush.
I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation in my short visit. With a wave of goodbye, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out of the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently, everyone in Luxburn City knows of it, including every bit of the rumor surrounding the place. Just the mention of its name, it's enough for the locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there. I just woke up. And it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it renovated, and placed back up the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window as soon as the buildings shrink in the instant distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to do some last-minute reviews of the mansion documents yesterday. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably Rose again.
Rose?
Anyway.
Guess again.
The voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah, you know the indie movie he's been working on for months? The premiere's going on tonight at a film fest, and he's really excited to watch it with us. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool, I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be...
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village. I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles from the other end, and I can't help but roll my eyes at him.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid Ash hole, always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. Takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Beautifully situated in the middle of a vast open field with several lush green trees dotted. The immediate vicinity converges in small woodlands nearby. Yet, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze pass by. While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose, perhaps out of fear, horrified at the thought of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this is going to be at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is committal hum and a return of a nod. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with the apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on his face as if something hasn't been said
Is
yet.
there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I make my approach towards the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It isn't like I have any choice in the matter anyway. If I wanted to get the bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, my own copy of the keys dangle in my hand, now useless. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here in the early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Wow. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. All of the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever, as though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things, this world, are better left in peace, never to be disturbed ever again. What's in my journal? Ew. Huh. Okay. Isabel. Huh. Gemini. Relationship. Hannah. No, Isabel. Rebecca. More. Ashton, Luke, Zachary, Hannah. Huh. So far, so good. Some things in. Blah, blah.
Rose?
I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number, but
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
okay, I'm just looking at these. Huh. We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking, spurred her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping to connect this
The
time.
number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail? Oh boy, I have a bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big, she can be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move by the hallway above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh?
Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that is a lie. She is my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I make another attempt to reach her number. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from the other side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
I'm sick.
What?
That sounds really scary.
attic. Why?
Crap, it got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is. There's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet her, the sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I feel better about being here. Carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that does involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, grand hallway greets me. Ooh, the birds. It branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east wing and west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it at least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with my every step. Thank God it's still daytime. If it isn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I may easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there is no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Alex really old. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out, and faded by the time. Odd, I thought they cleaned everything. They were probably scared of this room. Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Oh shoot. Was I was I was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here in the attic. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Shut up, brain. You're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angry spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start, but nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm a cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all of that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time now. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Prior Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted mansion. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like
letter?
a letter. Lying on the ground, just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Oh no, strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the match to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in the room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I can't have missed her though, can I? There's only one set of stairs to the attic, to and from the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I am worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. With great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What? What? Oh my god.
Nothing but the words "help me" fills the page, of all of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on and on until the
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
as quickly as I can, I scan the back of the page and peek the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. There's nothing
No.
else.
Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. I'm scared. 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 A pair of bloody, soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away, the revealed flesh bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it's too much. I want to cry. I want to cry call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Be brave and look up. Close my eyes and pray. I shut my eyes and muttering fervent prayers under my breath.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Prayers taught to me as a child by my mama and my papa slip out endlessly through my teeth. Because God, oh God, if you have to listen to any of my prayers, please listen to this one. And if God doesn't listen, at least I won't see the thing that kills me. A cold comfort. I wait. And I will wait some more. But when nothing happens, I dare to peek. Only to find that the ghost, the thing, whatever it is, gone. Relief washes over me as I shakily get up to my feet and back away towards the door. Wrenching it open, I slip out without a second thought and make a run for it down the stairs and onto the hallway. I take a look back to make sure it isn't behind me. Any other person might have dismissed it as a trick of the light and an overactive imagination, but I am not taking any chances. I am not giving that thing another chance to catch me off guard. I don't think I'll ever feel safe until I get out of here. Whatever this is, every warning bell in the mind is telling me that it's going to jump out at any moment and get me while I'm still in this place.
I told them! I freaking told them! Oh man, oh man, oh man!
Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoes slip and I find myself falling until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Oh no. My head grows fuzzy and the vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
Go away.
The last thing I see feet before all I know is darkness. What?
Write off your loss, send
Oh.
letters goodbye.
Okay.
I won't forget you, though your life fades away as
Am I dead?
wither in this world filled with regret. Hold my hand and leave. Please don't leave me be. In these bloody halls where we shed all our tears, the darkness breaks, our memories alone remain. I reach out beyond the curtain black. I'm in too deep, so this letter I write. I want to be free, together by your side. And spend eternity in this lonely place we call home.
Alright, I'm leaving it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked this episode. I definitely loved it. And yeah, this was pretty dang amazing. Isabel. Okay. Yeah. Incredibly fun for me. Yeah, so bye bye.